Somewhere beneath the Egyptian desert, right now, there's a chamber the size of a jumbo jet. Scientists proved it exists in 2017. No one has ever seen inside. Not a tourist. Not an archaeologist. Not even the researchers who discovered it. And that's only the beginning. There's a city that vanished beneath the Mediterranean Sea for over 1,000 years. A pyramid abandoned after a single crack changed everything. A maze so enormous that ancient travelers claimed it was more impressive than the pyramids themselves. And a flooded underground chamber so mysterious that archaeologists still debate why it was built in the first place. For more than 2 centuries, Egypt has been one of the most excavated places on Earth. Millions of people visit its monuments every year. Thousands of archaeologists have spent entire careers studying its ruins. You would think every major secret had already been uncovered. It hasn't. In fact, some of Egypt's greatest discoveries have happened only within the last few decades. Every new excavation seems to answer one question, while creating 3 more. By the end of this video, you'll understand why many archaeologists believe Egypt's greatest discoveries may still be buried beneath the sand. And the final mystery on this list is the one that even modern science still cannot fully explain. Let's begin with the most famous monument ever built. The Great Pyramid of Giza. For more than 4,500 years, it has stood over the desert as one of humanity's greatest engineering achievements. Generations of explorers believed they had mapped every chamber, every corridor, every hidden passage. Then, in 2017, scientists decided to search in a completely different way. Instead of digging, they looked straight through solid stone. Using cosmic ray particle scanning, known as muon tomography, physicists measured tiny particles constantly falling through Earth's atmosphere. Those particles revealed something completely unexpected. A massive hidden void, stretching nearly 100 feet above the Grand Gallery. Large enough to fit a commercial airplane. There was no doorway. No inscription. No ancient record mentioning it. The chamber simply exists. The discovery was confirmed by multiple international research teams and published in one of the world's leading scientific journals. Yet almost a decade later, no human being has entered it. No camera has explored it. No robot has mapped it. Some researchers believe it could simply reduce pressure inside the pyramid. Others argue it may conceal another chamber built for a purpose completely lost to history. No one knows. And perhaps that's the strangest part. The most studied monument on Earth is still keeping secrets. But if something that enormous could remain hidden inside the world's most famous pyramid, what else has Egypt managed to hide? The answer was waiting beneath the sea. In the year 2000, French underwater archaeologist Frank Gaudio set out to investigate an ancient legend. Greek historians had written about a magnificent Egyptian port city called Thonis-Heracleion. A place filled with temples, merchants and ships from across the ancient world. For centuries, historians debated whether it had ever existed. Then sonar scans beneath the Mediterranean revealed something extraordinary. An entire city, still lying where it had fallen. Massive statues, temple walls, stone docks, dozens of ancient shipwrecks, gold coins untouched for over 1,000 years. It wasn't buried beneath desert sand. It had disappeared beneath the sea. Researchers believe earthquakes, rising sea levels and unstable ground slowly dragged the city underwater. But nobody knows exactly how quickly it happened. Or how many people witnessed its final moments. An entire civilization, forgotten by history, until technology brought it back. But Egypt wasn't finished surprising archaeologists. Because another mystery had been waiting beneath the desert for nearly 4,000 years. Ancient Greek historian Herodotus described a place he claimed was even more astonishing than the pyramids. He called it the Labyrinth According to his writings, it contained thousands of rooms. Some above ground. Many below. Passages so confusing that visitors needed guides simply to avoid getting lost. For centuries, historians dismissed the story as exaggeration. Then modern surveys changed everything. Ground-penetrating radar detected enormous underground structures beneath Hawara. Walls. Large chambers. Geometric foundations buried deep below the surface. Exactly where ancient writers claimed the labyrinth once stood. Yet only limited excavation has taken place. Meaning one of the greatest structures ever described in the ancient world may still be sitting underground. Waiting. As incredible as that sounds. Another nearby pyramid tells an even stranger story. South of Cairo stands the Black Pyramid. Unlike the Great Pyramid, its core was built mainly from mud brick. At first glance, it looks like little more than a collapsed ruin. But inside, archaeologists discovered an elaborate defensive maze. False corridors. Dead ends. Hidden passages designed to confuse tomb robbers. Thousands of years before modern security systems, Egyptian architects had already mastered psychological defense. Yet after navigating the entire maze, archaeologists reached the burial chamber. And found almost nothing. No royal mummy. No magnificent treasure. Just an empty chamber. Some historians believe structural problems forced Pharaoh Amenemhat III to abandon the pyramid before burial. Others think his remains were moved long ago. Whatever happened, the pyramid's greatest secret disappeared with him. Yet the next discovery wasn't about one missing king. It was about thousands of forgotten people. In 1996, near the Bahariya oasis, a donkey accidentally stepped through the roof of an underground tomb. That simple accident led archaeologists to one of Egypt's largest burial grounds ever discovered. The Valley of the Golden Mummies. Hundreds of beautifully preserved mummies emerged from beneath the sand. Many wore gilded funeral masks. Others were wrapped in colorful linen preserved for nearly 2,000 years. Researchers now estimate the cemetery could contain more than 10,000 burials. Only a small portion has ever been excavated. Meaning thousands of ancient Egyptians still lie beneath the desert. Their identities completely unknown. Every excavation reveals new details about daily life, family traditions and ancient beliefs. But the overwhelming majority of the cemetery remains untouched. Waiting. Then came a discovery unlike any other. Not hidden underground. Not buried beneath sand. Simply abandoned. Near Aswan lies the largest unfinished obelisk ever attempted. Had it been completed, it would have weighed nearly 1,200 tons. The largest single stone monument ever carved by ancient Egyptians. Workers spent months cutting it directly from solid granite. Then everything stopped. A single crack appeared. The stone could no longer support its own weight. Thousands of hours of labor became worthless overnight. Today the unfinished obelisk remains exactly where workers left it. Frozen in time. A reminder that even one of history's greatest civilizations sometimes failed. But perhaps Egypt's most mysterious discovery lies beneath another ancient cemetery. Deep below Saqqara. A vertical shaft descends nearly 100 feet into solid bedrock. At its lowest level, explorers found a chamber surrounded by water. At its center rested an enormous stone sarcophagus linked symbolically to Osiris, the Egyptian god of the underworld. No one knows exactly who built it. No one knows why it was hidden beneath a flooded chamber. Some researchers believe it represents the symbolic tomb of Osiris. Others think it served an entirely different purpose that has been forgotten. For thousands of years, it remained sealed in complete darkness, waiting for someone to find it. Every discovery in this video tells the same story. A hidden chamber. A lost city. A forgotten labyrinth. An unfinished monument. Thousands of untouched tombs. Each one reminds us that history isn't finished. It's still being uncovered. Egypt has been explored for more than 200 years. And yet, almost every year, archaeologists discover something nobody expected to find. Which raises one final question. If these incredible discoveries were hidden for thousands of years, how many more are still beneath the sand? Right now. Waiting for the next shovel. Waiting for the next scan. Waiting for the next person willing to uncover a story the world has forgotten. Because Egypt hasn't revealed all of its secrets. We've only found the ones it was ready to give back.